Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Newcomer with me, Neil, and of course, the lovely Tomas. Today
Hello.
is the final episode of the 2025 season, and we are commemorating it with the first ever Newcomer Awards.
But before we get into all of those celebrations, do remember that you can subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. You can also go to niallpoints.com, and all of the links are in the episode description down below.
So without any further ado, let's get started with the inaugural Newcomer Awards. The first award today is for the most unhinged moments. Think the moments that made us cackle and exclaim, "What the fuck is happening here?" So, the nominees are Hazel Brugger, Just Being Hazel.
Erica Vickman, Dribbling Cheese Fondue.
Nemo and Sandra Studer, Don't Touch the Trophy.
You don't touch.
Sasha Bogdibov apparently faking his own death.
Prince being dragged across the stage floor.
And the winner for the Neil Point Award for the most unhinged moment of Eurovision 2025 is Erica Vickman, Dribbling Fondue, obviously.
Woo! Go Erica.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
We have to say this was close because I think the trophy moment is one of our favourite moments of all time in Eurovision. We were reading through the nominees and Tomas laughed at just the mention of that. So this was really close, but that has become such a moment, the cheese fondue. No one's looking at cheese fondue in the same way ever again.
No, and I'm not really the biggest fan of cheese fondue anyway, but she managed to make it look really delicious and sexy. Well, and it was just, do you know what it is when we discussed what kind of awards we were going to do when we talked about unhinged moments? That's the first one that popped into my head. Because it was just so uncalled for. It was so unnecessary.
It just came completely out of left field. We were laughing. We were like, what the fuck is happening? So it combines everything of what this category is for. Perfect moment. No notes. And it's also like, it's the fact that dribbles, it's not just eating, it's the way she is just, she like almost like unhinges her jaw to be like, get as much in. I love it.
And just the way that it literally just dribbles like on her chin, and she's just sitting there still trying to look all sexy, and it's kind of working.
I mean, that woman can't not be sexy, let's be realistic.
Well, no. And that's a lot coming from two gay men. Okay, should we just move on to the next award before we start turning straight?
I think that sounds like a good idea.
All right, the next award is for the best social media. We're celebrating the artists who kept us entertained all throughout the season. And the nominees are Gojo,
Vibe,
Wow. Thank you guys so much.
Kai,
JJ, even though you're gay, many women are crushing on you. Oh, that's good, because no men are.
What are you talking
The Beauty Blenders.
What?
And the Neil Platt Award for Best Social Media goes to Gojo. Because we cannot get over the what a coincidence ones.
Yeah.
Absolute perfection.
Just like, oh, are you Zoe May from Austria? Or like from Switzerland? And then she goes, oh my God, are you Gojo from Australia? And then they just do this like a hug thingy and just like twirling. It was fantastic.
The one with him and Dami M, and they're just holding hands, sort of spinning around. And Australia, I was like, this is perfect content. No notes required.
Exactly.
And also, Gojo is just a lovely, lovely, lovely man, as we've mentioned a lot on this. And he might be nominated for some other awards. So keep an eye out if you're a Gojo fan.
Who knows? And also, you can check out Neil's interview with Gojo because Neil talked to him. I sadly wasn't there because I had to work, which I'm still gutted about. But you can check out Neil's interview with Gojo on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, check it out. It was a lot of fun, and as I say, he's the nicest guy. But we're going from nice guys to the hardest working host. Not all hosts are born equal, and this year some have gone above and beyond, and in some cases held together some absolute messies. We're not singling anyone out. We're not naming you, but some of them have been a little bit tough to watch. But the nominees for the hardest working host are Evan Tornblom, Melodifestivalen.
Adam MP3, Depi Evratisel.
Sverige, vi har ett resultat.
KO, Melodifestivalen.
It all started in the mid-50s.
Hazel Brugger, the Eurovision Song Contest.
This ancient land was in desperate need of a hero who'd unite them all.
And the winner of the Hardest Working Host Award is KO for Melodifestivalen.
Yay! Now, this is one I will admit that I lobbied hard for. And the reason I lobbied hard for it, this is the clip I'll be putting into the nomination, is not only did Edwin and KO do so many musical numbers and bits and absolutely had me in stitches for the whole of Melodifestivalen. There was one semi-final where KO had the musical number, dancing, singing, all the rest of it. It ends with the words, "Sweden, we have a result," and they spin her to the podium where they then give the results. I'm like, that is... I've never seen anything like that before. I absolutely thought that was fantastic. I thought it was hilarious. Fire everywhere. Love it.
That's Melodifestivalen for you. They will pull out all the stops. Like it really is just like I was gonna say a tiny little Eurovision Song Contest on its own. It's not tiny, it's massive. And I did feel like we both, I mean, mainly you, because you watch it every year. I sometimes watch bits and pieces of it, but you did say that it felt more like actual Melodifestivalen again this year, more fun than it did in some previous years. Like you felt like the fun had gone out of it a little bit, and this year it was just more the way that it used to be.
Yeah, there was such a great chemistry between KO and Edwin, and it was just a lot of fun, and that's what I want from my national finals. So if you are hosting a national final next year and you want to win the Niall Poit Award, you need to bring the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also shout out to Hazel. That was very close. We love Hazel.
Yeah, but this is maybe perhaps not the last time you heard Hazel's name in this episode. So let's see.
Indeed.
Let's see. Should we go on to the next award?
Please.
Okay. All right, hosting national finals, we've just discussed it. Sometimes things don't always go as planned. Whether it has to do with the hosts or the contestants, it doesn't matter. Sometimes things just go, a little wonky. So we're going to move on to the most dramatic national selection process. A season full of disqualifications, withdrawals, and scandals kept the fans wondering what on earth was going to happen next. And the nominees for this award are... Montenegro, the self-disqualification of the winning act Neon Noen.
Finland, the disqualification and subsequent disbandment of One Morning Left.
Malta, Miriana Conte being hospitalized in a car accident immediately after the final.
Sweden, Måns and John being sore losers and Månsi's subsequent controversy.
Moldova, the cancellation of the national final and withdrawal from Moldova from the contest due to artistic challenges.
Ireland, Samantha Mumba calling the panel a bag of dicks. And the award for most dramatic selection goes to Moldova. Because how in
Should
the
I
hell...
applaud? Should we applaud this? I don't know if we should.
They won something. They won. I think the thing with Moldova wasn't even the fact that it was... They just withdrew. If they just simply withdrew, it'd be fine. But they withdrew after they held the open editions. They then had one of the favourite acts, like, seek sponsorship to, like, try and get himself to Eurovision so that Moldova were still there.
Yeah.
And they were still like, nah. And basically, this whole artistic challenges quote that went around basically kind of equated to everyone's shit. That's sort of what it felt like the TV station was saying. And you're just like, what? You can't say that.
But then, do you know what? Do you know what is even more offensive about that? Is the fact that then it's not like last year's selection was any better, and yet they still went ahead with that one. So I don't know if that really was the full reason, or if it was just a budget thing as well, where they were like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Like, it was just so wild. Do you remember after Montenegro, which was, I think it was the first national selection?
Yes.
After Neil Noen then sort of like withdrew themselves. And we thought, oh my God, imagine this happening in an Eurovision national selection. Little did we know what was left to come in the other national selections. But I feel like we had a little discussion about this one, because all of these are quite dramatic. Like, a lot of stuff happened in Sweden as well. It was very close between Moldova and Sweden. But there is something to be said about a country saying, oh, we're going to participate, and then organizing what you can call organizing like a massive like auditions and national selection thing, and then being like halfway through like, well, no, better not. Let's just withdraw. It's just that was kind of wild. That was
honestly, I was looking up more information on this earlier, and I couldn't believe that was in January. It's still fresh in the mind because it was just insane at the time.
Yeah.
But yes, congratulations to all the nominees, because this one was nearly an argument that broke the friendship between Tomas and I. We could not decide for the life of us.
No.
Sweden definitely close seconds, but even just Samantha Mumba on the panel, a bag of dicks. I was just...
And then just
perfection.
Going on and on and on about it, like, and she was literally even fighting with fans on her Instagram page about this. I was like, girl, just move the fuck on. It was not a good look. It was not a good look. Anyway, she didn't win. She won
did
nothing.
Not win. And she didn't win this award either.
She didn't even. She didn't.
Moving on from one person who maybe should have made an apology to if we were sorry. It's like if I were sorry award. This is celebrating the acts that we, well, okay, maybe mostly me, weren't always the kindest to. The nominees are Remember Monday,
The hell just happened.
Emmy.
She's been surrounded still, and that she has a party in the air and always will. I hope that she is dancing every night among the stars.
Len,
It's such a good morning. I'm happy to go.
Tommy Cash.
Mi amore, Espresso macchiato, 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 por favore. Por favore.
Arson and Camille.
Call me your one and only. And pick me to stay alone. I promise you will never be lonely.
And the award goes to Len.
Len, you won something. Okay, this was probably the harshest we've ever been on any song. And I was thinking about this morning when I was in the planning process for making sure we were all ready to go. And I was like, you know what? I've not listened to it since Eurosong. Let me pop it on. And I have to stand by absolutely everything that I said. It was not good. But you know what? He seems like a lovely lad. We saw that he was part of didn't a lot of the contestants, including Red Sebastian, went to see Loreen and Antoine.
Yeah.
He was part of them. Looked like he was having a great time. He looks like a lovely lad. I don't know whether it was this song. I don't know what it was, but this didn't work.
I think it was both. I think like the song was. Do you know what? If this would have been an entry for Junior Eurovision, we'd have been like, oh, this is cute. Like not necessarily winner material or anything. Yeah,
we're
but
much
like,
nicer
be like,
to the kids.
No, not just that, but it just felt like a kid song to me. And then his voice, his live vocal, like on tape, it's already a bit dodgy, but then the live vocal was just so. I don't even want to say bad. It was just weird.
Yeah,
I remember like
bad's the word.
No, it was just odd. I remember us looking at each other, reacting to this, going, is he supposed to sound like that? Like it was just, but he does have this like really weird sort of deep voice. And we talked about obviously his grandfather did Eurovision twice for Belgium in the 60s. He also had a really deep voice, but he had so much charisma and he could hold a note. No, honestly, let's be fair. Come on. Like honestly, maybe we should be a little bit nicer because it is the if we were sorry. No, it is the If We Were Sorry award, but we're not. It was just this is probably out of the lineup. This is the one that I was the meanest about. I wasn't that mean about the other ones, but it just didn't work. But we did say that he improved during
from
the actual final from the showcase. Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of wiggle room, but he managed to somehow. Yeah, poor Len. But Len, you're adorable, and you know what?
Yeah,
you can't be handsome and talented at the same time.
I mean, you can be. Some people are.
Yeah, but Len specifically can't. I'm gonna cut that out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Should we move on to our next award? It's one of my favorites.
Yes, please.
Okay. The next Niall Point award we're giving away is the Bambi Thug Most Improved Staging Award. Now, every now and then we get a song in the selection that sort of falls a little under the radar. We don't really pay much attention to it, and then they completely blow us away with staging. We are celebrating those artists who may not have had the most impressive staging in their national selection, but they improved a hell of a lot when it comes to Eurovision, and they knocked it out of the park. And the nominees for this award are Laura Thorne, La Poupée Montfaucon,
Park, Survivor.
Sisal, Hallucination,
Aborentina, Bother.
Melody, Essa Diva,
And the winner of the Bambi Fug Most Improved Station Award is Park for the wonderful, wonderful treadmill, shirtless, moving around. There's no notes from us really when it comes to this stage.
Nope.
But we may have a bit of bias, but it is the Neil Pla Award, so we can do whatever we want.
But also, you talked about one of the previous awards nearly ending our friendship. I think this one's probably closer to ending our friendship, because you would have given it to someone else, and I was like, fuck no. Because I wouldn't even have that one in the nominees. I'm not going to mention which one it is, but we did have a little riff over this. Just for me, it was just obviously Park. It's not that his staging was bad in an Armenian national selection, but I feel like that is the staging where we both went, wow, this is
did
great.
look fantastic. It did look
It
great.
looked fantastic. He sounded great. The lights, the light structures behind him, it was just all fantastic. Just such a job well done. I don't know who, Colleen and her husband were part of the...
Yes.
Yeah. So props to Colleen.
And I think we've got to say, in this category, I know there's one that you disagree with, but in my opinion, all of these nominees had some killer staging in there. We were concerned for a little while about Cecil's, for example, but it looked so much better on the night compared to the rehearsal clips we got. Melody brought us some absolute insane Spanish Schlager that we've talked about. She is our Spanish Schlager queen. Even there was one shot, I think I've mentioned this several times, where just her boot went to the floor.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, even that one camera shot just made it feel really put together. Aberantina as well, and Laura Ford for me, I think, on the chair thing on the floor.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
The moment that she was in the house, I did sort of because wasn't I confused about that? I actually thought that she was sitting on a chair.
You were.
But she wasn't. She was just lying down on the So that looked great. I just didn't think that the rest of the staging was that special. But yeah, the other ones I do agree with, like Sisal, especially compared to DMGP. What a massive... And even she said in interviews, what was my staging at DMGP? We need to make it bigger and better. It was
There
fabulous.
was a shoestring budget there, wasn't there? For sure. Okay, next up is an extremely important award, because what would Eurovision be without guest performances from people we know and love? So, the nominees for Best Guest Performance are... Petra Mede, Melodifestivalen.
Karia and Baby Lasagna, Eurodab.
Nemo, The Code.
Eva Rutberger, Tattoo and Euphoria mashup.
Destiny, All of My Love.
Emily the Forest, every single national selection.
Petra Mede, Made in Switzerland.
And the award for Best Guest Performance goes to Eva Rutberger. Whoop, whoop. Honestly, I don't think a single interval act or whatever has ever been on any stage that made me laugh more than that one. I am still howling when she was doing a part of Euphoria where they picked her up as she went up, 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 and then she went too high for her liking, and she went like down, 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 down. Or it's like near, 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 like it's sweet. Oh my god, I just cackled so much. It was almost funnier than Petra and I forget what her name was, the host from last year from Eurovision. What was her name again? Petra and
Malin.
Do you know when they did their little shtick of tattoo in like the sunbeds, which was also hilarious.
Of course.
But there's something about Eva Dietberga doing Loreen and the way that she was lying in that chair doing like mimicking Loreen's performance of Tattoo in Malmö. It was just so funny. I know a lot of people will probably be like, why didn't you pick Kari and Baby Lasagna? Which was honestly fantastic. It was wonderful. But this just, makes me laugh every time.
It really got us good. Like even just like pretended to get like the nail stuck in her hair and stuff like that, I think. And the thing is, like, I'm not saying she's a bad singer at all, but the vocal obviously doesn't get anywhere near to Loreen's range. Not that you would expect it to, but it just makes it. I think it's pre-recorded vocal as well, and that just makes it all the funnier to me. I watched it. It was another one that I rewatched again for research purposes for this video. And I cackled. It's like 2 minutes long, max. Cackled my way through it. It's just the perfect Melody Festival in way. Just making fun of everyone and everything. That's as a Scottish person who just loves making fun of everyone and everything, it just speaks to me. Give me more of it. Don't take life too seriously. That's definitely
exactly
radical. But yeah,
Sorry, but I was just going to say, who doesn't love Eva Dietberga? I mean, she could have done that in Malmö last year as an interval act, and the crowd would have loved it.
Yeah. We also have to say a huge congratulations to Petra Mead for being nominated twice in the same category.
I mean, to be fair, Emily de Forest, if we would have listed every single national selection she was in, she would have been there 4 or 5 times. I don't know how many times she performed the hell out of that song, but
I mean, she was getting her royalties, girl. She was like, I'm making some coin this season.
Yeah.
Honestly, surprised she's not on the lineup for Headgrot. I'm quite surprised at that.
I mean, she's probably sick and tired of that song by now.
Then why fly all over Europe, including to Montenegro? To say,
which is like Montenegro. Did she do Malta as well? Then Belgian Eurosong.
Belgium. There's probably others in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Next
award,
we go
to the next one?
Yes, this is
all
a
right.
big one.
The next award is for the national final of the year. We are celebrating the selections that brought us joy, great shows, and most importantly, fantastic selection of artists and songs. Oh, this was a tough one. But here are the nominees for the best national final of the year. UMK.
Vidbeer.
Festival i Kingdis.
Eurosong, Belgium.
Melodifestivalen.
San Remo. And the winner of the national final of the year for 2025 goes to Melodifestivalen. We've spoken about this, but the love came back for me this year. I had to celebrate it. I was pushing hard for this. We were close. I will say we always are very close. Vidbeer was very close to getting this. Vidbeer, always an amazing show, and you always have to remember the circumstances that's going on in. And I think a very close one as well was UMK. in Finland. It's
UMK
another-
has been so strong in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. I also just want to quickly talk about the Eurosong Belgium. Thought this was a great national final. I thought it was although there was only 8 songs.
7 songs, I think. 7.
Yeah. I felt like it was a great mix. You know, you had Red Sebastian in there, you had Mentissa, you had Jelly Van Dien, you had Stephanie Calabat, who is a queen. You know, there was just like a really nice mix of different songs in there, and I think that was something I wanted to celebrate too. But for me, there was no getting away from this year's Melody Festival, and it was great.
Melody Festival is always great. Like we said, they put on a great show, and it all just comes down to the fact that they love Eurovision so much, to quote Linda Woodruff. But yeah, Eurosong was great. What I loved about Eurosong is the fact that people slightly went apeshit hearing the songs for the first time, because Belgium had been number 1 in the odds, and they were hearing the songs for the first time. They were like, "Oh, this is shit." But then by the night of the final, with the stagings, it all came together. Even some of the songs that I didn't necessarily like, it just, like you said, felt like a good mix of different genres. I even saw a lot of people who were really critical about Stephanie Calabat's song because it was so outspoken, really complimenting her performance on Blue Sky or whatever social media because of the vocal and the emotion. So yeah,
And
great,
I think
great addition.
I think it also shows what you can do. I think Vidbeer shows us as well what you can do in what is essentially a very small stage. You know, this year's stage for Eurosong was that long, sort of like pill-shaped.
Catwalky, yeah.
But it really worked. Vidbeer had a sort of similar catwalky, but very small as well. And it always just sort of works, you know. Vidbeer made an addition in a metro station that was being used as a bomb shelter. Of course they can still make it work. But no, it's nice to see that you can do it on the smaller scale and do it well.
Yeah.
Ireland, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm looking directly at you.
They need to change the format for the national selection because it's just not really helping the artists. It's not putting them in a good light, literally and figuratively. I don't really get why you might as well just pick internally then.
Maybe.
Anyway,
the next award tonight is the People's Choice Award. We asked you a lot on social media for your favourite moments and favourite things that happened during Eurovision and the national final season. And one name came up again and again and again and again. So we thought there's only one thing to do. They need to be awarded with a People's Choice Award.
and this year's People's Choice Award winner is Hazel Brooker. Whoop, 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 whoop.
And she's here right now. No, I'm sorry.
I was actually looking like, what?
Oh, honestly, that would just be so amazing. Obviously, if Hazel was here, but we have. Do you remember? I think the moment it was semi-final 1, and obviously something had went wrong in figuring out the votes because they took 20 minutes extra, and they didn't have anything planned apart from get Hazel in the green room, and she's there crossing her tongue with Tommy Cash and asking really weird questions, and just she's doing this all with this really sort of deadpan unseriousness, but also kind of serious. It comes across sort of serious. It's just an absolute skill in terms of comedy. She's younger than both of us.
That's wild.
She is
also
6 months younger than me.
Why do I remember her being really tall?
I think she is quite tall.
Yeah, she looked really tall. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just sort of I don't know. Anyway.
Is that got to do with the People's Choice Award?
Not really. And the award for tallest host goes to no. Do you know what it was with Hazel Brugger? And I think that I'm speaking for every single Euro fan in the world. It was just sort of like the gradual love that grew for Hazel Brugger. Like semi-final one, we were all like, "What the hell is she like? What's she doing?" Second semi-final, we're like, "Oh yeah, she's kind of funny." By the night of the final, we were like, "Bring her back every year. We need her with Petra Mede hosting Eurovision every year." Everybody just fell in love with her.
But that's exactly what happened with Petra Mede in 2013. You know, the first couple of semi-finals, the first semi-final, we're all like, what the hell's this woman talking about? What's she saying? And then by the end, we're just like, more. And thankfully, Sweden won twice more, so we got her twice more. And we got her at the 60th anniversary and such.
And we got her this year as well. She was there.
Back, yeah. We just can't get enough of Petra Mede. And apparently, I was rewatching. As I've mentioned, I've done a lot of research for this video. I was rewatching the song she does for the gays who go to Switzerland for Melody Festival, and Edwin said something saying that she has the most Eurovision broadcasts behind her than anyone else, and it got me thinking. It's like, how's that possible? Because obviously Katie Boyle's hosted a lot more, but there's obviously no no semi-finals then. So of course she's done more actual live broadcasts for Eurovision than any other host, and I think that is quite incredible. But this isn't about Petra. This is about Hazel.
That's about Hazel.
Honestly,
but look,
I've just looked back. Everyone is talking about Hazel and Erica enjoying the cheese fondue, of course. Hazel, the host in general, usually hosts aren't memorable at all, but her chaos was so fun. That's from Nick. And then we've also got Loren saying Hazel being the best and funniest host in this contest history. So yeah, there were so many people just like Hazel.
Yeah. And both of us as well. We're just like, you know, she was one of the most, if you think memorable moments, Eurovision 2025, Hazel is just on that list. And the fact that we've been talking about Petra during this section so much, it proves how great Hazel was that we're sort of comparing her with Petra.
That's a good point,
right?
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we move on to the next award?
Yes, please.
All right. The next award is for the most robbed song. I need to take a deep breath for this one because...
I mean, at this rate, this whole category could just be sponsored by Belgian Tourist Board.
Yep. Exactly. This is an award for the songs that we think deserved more love. And the nominees are... Gojo with Milkshake Man.
Red Sebastian, Strobe Lights.
Le Manu, Fia Papa.
Sisal, Hallucination.
So We May, Voyage.
Mariana Conti, Serving.
Melody, Essa Diva.
Skodra Electronique, Germ. And the winner of the most robbed song of Eurovision 2025 is Red Sebastian with Strobe Lights, of course. This channel wasn't going to choose anything else. Come on. You saw that coming a mile away. If you are watching this and you are like, well, what are they doing choosing that? You've never watched a video on this channel before. That's That's just the God's honest truth.
Yeah. But like, even if you haven't watched any of our videos before, how could you not pick this one? This was fifth in the odds.
And then
it
it
came a joint second last in the semifinal. It finished lower than fucking Ireland in terms of points. I'm sorry, but that is a disgrace. That is a disgrace.
I think the one thing that I'm happy to see, and we spoke about this, we had a chat yesterday, is despite not qualifying, Red Sebastian seems to be having a great time in Belgium and Japan, randomly, going around performing Strobe Lights and, of course, his new song Slay, which we did react to. You can check that out on YouTube. But it's not seemed to, like, dim him at all. Obviously, it would have hurt. It was his birthday, which, come on, guys. That's horrid.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's not slowing him down. He just seems to be having a great time and just doing music. And there's an announcement at the time of recording. There was an announcement happening today. Something's been announced.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a new single.
Could be an album. Could be a tour.
Or imagine if he goes on a live stream with RTBF. I'm going to Eurovision again.
I mean, RTBF have announced in August before.
They have. No, this was, yeah. He is doing really well. I'm happy he's doing well. He's sort of like being embraced by at least most of the Belgian people. He's nominated for VRT's Summer Hit, which is sort of like an award that they give out every year. Gustav is nominated for that award as well. He's also constantly in, let's say, a Flemish version of Top of the Pops. So he's doing a lot of that stuff. He was at the festivities in Ghent. So we have these yearly festivities in Ghent, which are hugely popular. It's 2 weeks, and where people just do all-nighters partying 2 weeks on end. So he was there singing a lot as well. So yeah, I'm happy that he's being embraced by the community, and I'm happy that people sort of just generally agreed that even if you didn't necessarily enjoy the song Studio Cut, which I can understand, that performance was worthy of a spot in the final.
It was.
Period.
It was.
Right, let's move on, because I'm going to get emotional about this.
Okay, let's not get emotional. We're down to the final 2 awards of the night, which means they are probably the most important awards of the night, including Niallpoints Song of the Year. But we want to take this chance here to celebrate some of our favourite newcomers who competed in national finals, because yes, we always enjoy seeing our favourites come back, but it is always a joy to find new artists who we can fall in love with, get to know, and enjoy their songs and get to know their discography. So the nominees for this year's Best Newcomer are Greshula, Melody Festival.
Meira Omar, Melody Festival.
Melody Vidbeer.
Goldilocks, UMK.
Lees, Eurosong, Belgium.
Mentissa, Eurosong, Belgium.
Chris Despoteri, Mesk.
Niall, Eurosong Ireland.
Cuvée, Benidorm Fest.
And the winner of the Best Newcomer for 2025 is Goldilocks. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, she deserves a round of applause. I think I've said this before 75 times. This is, without a doubt, going to be my most played song of the entire year. Eurovision, non-Eurovision, it doesn't matter. I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with this song. I love Erika Vickman, but I would not have been mad if this had won. I'd have been very happy with that as well.
I think a lot of people would have agreed with you.
It's just a perfect pop song. It just was so catchy. We were both singing along to this on first listen when we were reacting to this. Like, it's just so catchy. I felt like this could be a song that you could hear on the radio anywhere. Whether it's Europe, whether it's, the UK, US, you could hear this everywhere on the radio. It just felt like a sort of like song from like a really global pop star, in my opinion.
And it did have some really cool, interesting staging. I really liked the music video. I sort of I remember hoping that sort of music video look came over into the station. It didn't, but it was still quite good. But there was points of that where we're like, wait, what am I looking at now? Because it was all optical illusions a little bit.
It was. And you got to remember that she, on the night of the final, she wasn't actually on stage anymore. Oh, no, she was, but she was
not singing live.
To a live she was lip syncing to a live recording from a rehearsal because she had no voice left. Because she I don't know what it was, but she was ill. But she made it work. And if you had not known, you wouldn't have known that she wasn't singing live at the time.
Yeah.
So
I think in this category, we need to give an honorable mention to Greshula as well for Melody Festival, because
it was close.
This was another argument waiting to happen. We both love Greshula, both musically and other. He is a very attractive man. But this song, we described it sort of like the Freddie Mercury of national finals a little bit. It was very Queen-esque. It was very showman-y. Honestly, just missed out, but Goldilocks deserving. But honorable mention needs to go to Greshula there.
Yeah, 100%. That was because we sort of like felt bad, like, oh my God, we didn't give an award to Greshula. We just both loved him so much. It was just, if anyone has charisma, like, that guy is insane with his charisma, and his voice was so good. The camera angles, remember, like, I was as usual confused where the camera was in the piano and he was standing on top of the piano. I was like, how are they doing that? Because like I didn't get it. But it was just, and it's not that the staging was that special or anything. It wasn't a lot going on, but it was just clever.
Yeah.
And it was just about him and his voice.
Okay. Should we move on? Final award?
Yeah. Okay. This is the big one, the final award of the night. And it is for the Niall Points Song of the Year. Now, surprisingly, this did not take too long to decide. We had a slight discussion about it, but we did sort of quickly agree. This is the song that Niall and I loved the most, and here are the nominees. Park, Survivor.
Red Sebastian, Strobe Lights.
Erika Vickman, Ich komme.
Godra Electronique, Germ.
Dolly Style, Yeehaw.
Greshula, Believe Me.
Clara Hammarström. On and on and on.
And Marilyn, Coom.
Goldilocks. Made of.
Kai, Barabada Bastu.
The Colors. Tu con chi fai l'amore.
And the winner of the first ever New Pois Song of the Year is Erika Vikman, Ich komme. A round of applause for Erika.
Honestly, what a queen. What a queen.
I think this was I don't think this was one of the ones that would have necessarily shot right to the top, but I think this was steadily close or at the top at different times. I think this stayed consistently with us. I think this is the one that when we listen to songs together, we probably sign along to the most, etc. Things like I think we just generally I was about to say came together in our love for this song.
Oh, yeah. We're never going to be able to use that verb again without cackling.
Yeah. I mean, it works for this song. Erika, the staging, the personality, the song, the use of the wunderbar. Every single part of this song
love, yeah.
just is great. Now, all of these songs in this list are great. Great songs.
Yeah.
Thomas, shut up. I know what you're going to think about Dolly Style, but I don't care. But these are great songs. It's very difficult to choose. We had to sort of start eliminating two at a time. Like Thomas would eliminate
both
his.
eliminated our bottom two, didn't we? To make it easier.
Yeah, we were trying to we were almost vetoing. It's rough because you're because we were going to just rank them Eurovision style, and then we're like, I don't know how to rank this.
But I think that in the end, if we would have actually ranked them Eurovision style, we probably would have come up with Erika Vikman anyway. Because I think that for both of us, I think I remember you saying towards the end of the Eurovision season, right before the final, you telling me, oh, I'm so sorry, but Red Sebastian is no longer my number one. He's gone down because I had to put Erika Vikman first.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I was very much between Erika, Kai, and Red Sebastian, and they just kept hopping over each other constantly, depending on my mood. I have that a lot. She just, it's a combination of everything: the song, the vocal, the staging, her charisma, but also just the way that she was treated by the EBU, and the way that she overcame all of that. It was just.
I mean, she also didn't she have beef with the Finnish president or prime minister? Because
it wasn't necessarily beef. It was just that they'd invited Kai or commented on Kai and oh, we're so proud of Kai, and everybody was like, hello, your own representative is right there. Yeah. But it was a weird situation anyway, because you did have two Finnish artists who were at the time pretty much the top two contenders.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, none of them won, but they were considered two contenders, and they were both Finnish. So,
yeah, I think it's interesting. This year is one of the first years in a long time where I've not been able to sit still on a winner. Last year I was Team Nemo.
Yeah.
The year before that, don't come for me, Carrier stands, but I was Team Loreen. I don't care. I was on Team Loreen. I love Carrier. Carrier was a very well deserved second place. I had him in second place, but Loreen had that one for me. This year, it could have been 20 people, and I almost would have been happy.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but you know what? There was just some good songs that were really enjoyable, and I couldn't like at one point, Park was on the top of my list because I just genuinely do love that song. You know, Milkshake Man was number 1 on my list for a long time as well. Like I can't.
Yeah.
There were so many Germ. There were so many songs of such fun capacity and brought me a lot of joy that if I listened to one, it would pull it straight to number 1. I'd listen to the next one. Oh, that needs to go number 1 now, and it would just be a cycle because they bring you joy.
That's just exactly, and that's just talking about songs that actually made it to Eurovision, which is why we added a few songs in this that didn't make it to Eurovision, like and Marlin, which I think at some point I said, if this wins, Estonia is going to be my winner, because that was just so up my street. Same with, I actually added the colors before we start. Like, while we were already recording, I was just like, I need to add one more because I'm just obsessed with the colors. Just, that was my favorite for San Remo.
Do you remember driving around Belgium, just blasting the colors in your car?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Exactly. All of these songs would have been deserving of the Niall Point Award for Song of the Year. Like, maybe we should just, they're all winners. Which sounds cheesy, but they are.
But Erica Vickman is the winner. But yeah, they are all winners, but they're not all winners.
And you know what? Erica deserved a win, whether it was here or at Eurovision.
And you know what? I'm so looking forward to see what she does next. I'm so gutted I can't get to any of the shows that she's doing in October across Europe. I know the London show is sold out now. I just so wish I could have gone to that. It would be amazing because I can imagine it being the most insane fever dream type of show in the world. But I love Erica. I love all of these acts. And I think it's been a really good Eurovision year. I think although there were some dramas and some scary moments and some questionable choices by the EBU and others, overall, I think the music was just fantastic. It was a great year for different types of styles of music, from the national finals to the pre-parties to the actual show itself. Like, where else can you have an Estonian man singing about espresso macchiato, and then have a Finnish woman singing in German about coming?
Yeah, no, wild. And also honorable mention to just Austria hosting, because Switzerland hosted. I don't know why it's just because I keep thinking about Austria hosting next year, but Switzerland really did a great job in hosting.
Do you want to restart that sentence?
No, it's fine. It's fine. We mess up all the time. No, it's just they really did a great job hosting. The hosts were great. The shows looked great. The interval acts were great. The stage looked amazing on screen, at least. I don't know, maybe in the arena it was a bit less, but like they really did it. Because you know how sometimes, and Switzerland hadn't hosted in a very long time. You know how sometimes countries, when you're like, "Ooh, I'm interested in how they're going to approach the hosting. What's the stage going to look like? How are the hosts going to be?" And you're sort of like, you don't really know what to expect. And yeah, they did really, really good job. So well done, Switzerland.
And excited to see what Austria bring us in 2026. But that is the end of our 2025 season. This is the last video of the season. Don't fear, we will be back in September with some more reaction videos, and a brand new podcast series will be coming soon. Don't miss it. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You like this video, you press the notification button and go to niallpoints.com. That way you won't miss anything. If you're listening to the podcast, subscribe to the podcast and you'll find it there. And you can also rate and review the episode if you liked it. If you don't like it, please just don't tell anyone. If you're nice, it means that people might find us. Also, we got an email the other day from, I just want to message this. We got an email the other day, I sent this to you, from someone going through like podcast SEO, which is like search engine optimization. Apparently we were number 23 in the weekly music update news charts for Apple Podcasts. So there you go. Lol.
Thank you for that. That's great. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad, but like,
I don't know if it's true or if just someone was trying to get our money, but
yeah.
I took a screenshot and I ran with it. I was like, cool, I'm not replying to this email, but I'll take that.
Yep.
Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you in season 2026. Goodbye. Bye.